What's up everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we're going to be working on my Toyota GR86. We're going to be adding more usable power to this car. Not more horsepower, but better throttle response. And we're going to be doing that using the pedal commander. So if you are new to our channel, I have one on my Audi R8. I had one on my Tacoma. Brian's had one on his GTR, Toyota Supras. This is a really cool product to use to eliminate basically the dead space at the beginning of your gas pedal. So in modern day vehicles, there is a little bit of a lag between once you step on the gas pedal to when you actually start moving. And this is going to basically eliminate that with several different modes that you can go through just depending on the driving that you are doing for the day. Now I will also have a link down in the description below where you can purchase this for your 86 or check out the rest of the vehicles that we have on our website. And if you don't see it, just message us, let us know. We can help you get the pedal commander for your car. So let's go ahead and unbox this now. And as you've been able to tell, we have a really nice box that this kit comes in. So I'll simply just open up the top here. We do have a QR code here that you can just get some more information on. And then with the actual kit itself, we have all of the wiring on the back section. And then we can actually pop this out where we have the relay that's going to control or plug into the backside of the gas pedal, which we'll get into. And then we also have some Velcro pads that we can use if we want to stick this on certain places or certain surfaces of the car. There's zip ties in here as well, along with the cleaning solution. So you can use this to clean the surface, of course, before you go ahead and stick this onto the car. So the first thing that we are going to do is climb up into the car, where it's going to be a little bit hard to see. But this is the gas pedal right here, and it leads all the way up to this connection right there, where you can see the pink and green wire. That is what I am going to be releasing to plug in the pedal commander. I can lift or pinch the top of that, and just like that, I can release it. So this is that plug, and again, hopefully you can see where it's located, right at the top of that gas pedal. And so with both of these plugs, it's gonna be a little bit hard to do this one-handed, but I'm going to try to show you my best on how this is done. So the plug that I just pulled out resembles this plug right here. So this is going to be the plug that goes into the back of the module. This longer one here is going to go into the plug that I just took out. Now it looks like there should only be one way for this to go in. So this plug that I just took out, I'm going to feed this up into it and lock that into place. You will hear that click. So that is the factory plug located into or hooked into that. So I'm going to do this with two hands, but this plug right here is going right there. So that was actually the easy part. That took about 5 minutes to undo that plug and plug in this pedal commander. Now, as you can tell, we have a lot of the cable here, and what you of course want to make sure is that you don't have that wrapped around the brake pedal or the gas pedal. Up underneath, there's not that much of a leash for it, so you should be pretty good. Just depends on how you plan to wrap up the rest of this cord. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to feed this through the bottom of the steering column and bring this unit up towards my hand here. It's a little bit tricky there. This isn't going to interfere with the steering column whatsoever. But now that I have it through and out, just to show you that I have it through, this is where I am going to install this unit. I'm going to put it over in between the steering wheel and the engine stop button. So as you can tell with it underneath the bottom of the steering column, this is where I plan to put it. I think that is going to be the best spot. The cable is right there, but you're not going to be able to see it. It's not going to be in my way being hidden, and then I can easily unvelcro it and adjust everything from there. I have thought about running it underneath. In the R8, I decided to put it underneath the side here. So there's a few different spots where you could put it. That's where you have the additional length of it. You can even maybe put it over here somewhere if you wanted to. So it really just depends on your personal preference and what you want to do. So that's why you have the zip ties and then that cleaning pad. So I am going to clean this spot right about here. And the cleaning pads are basically just like these wet wipes. So once I take one solid piece out, I can just use that to wipe down this area. And while that's still drying for a little bit, these are the pads that the kit comes with. There's actually a bracket that the pedal commander is in right now. So if I loosen it up a little bit, you can actually pop this out, and this is what is going to stick underneath that location there. And then you have the bracket, just pop it back in place and it will hold it, of course. I'm going to take this one and stick it to the back of this bracket, right in the middle, just like that. And when you do this, just make sure that you are putting it in the same orientation as you want this unit here. So I think for me, I'm just going to have it just up underneath this little microphone speaker area and have it in this direction. I don't want it upright. Actually, you know what? That might be better. I think I'm gonna put it in the vertical position. So that means I need to put the Velcro in that vertical position. And once that is in place, I have somewhere to Velcro the unit. So I can actually unvelcro it. If I don't drop it, then I can do the settings and the adjustments and then Velcro it back out of the way. And so from here, I'm just gonna go up underneath, make sure you can still see that cable down below right in the distance. I'm just gonna tie that up, maybe use some of the zip ties and get that out of the way. And as we hop into my car now for the first time with the pedal commander installed, I was actually able to get most of it up behind the carpet on that inside. So it's to the right of the gas pedal. It is not in my way. It's not going to obstruct anything in that side. So with my foot off of the brake, I'm gonna turn on the electronics and we can bring the pedal commander to life. Now, like I mentioned earlier, there are multiple different settings. If I push on it once, we're in city, there's sport, sport plus. If I hold on it for a few seconds, that's how you can go into eco. And if I push on it one more time, now it is off. So this is basically like it's not installed on the car right now, having it shut off, if that is basically another setting that you want to use. Now, if I push this back on, so we are in city, plus and minus is in the bottom section where we have 8 different settings per setting up top. So for city, we have 8 ranging from -4 to +4, and you will see it in red or green. So red is the negatives, of course, and green is the positive. If I push on it, now we can go into sport, do the same settings. You have, again, the same settings for sport plus, and then the same settings for eco. So what this is going to do is modulate your throttle response. So when you go into eco, if you go eco -4, you are talking about very, very big delays in your pedal response. You can still use eco for driving, and we'll go over this once I get this out on the road. And then you can go all the way up to sport plus +4. Let's say you're tracking this, you want to get the back tires to break loose, you want a little bit more and a very, very, very touchy throttle. You have an array of settings from Eco to Sport Plus. So it is very cool. And one thing that I will say from previous videos, a lot of comments that we've seen is changing these modes while you are driving. Obviously, while you're driving, you want to pay attention to driving, but I have been able to adjust these while driving on the fly. A lot of people say to release your foot off the throttle, which is perfectly fine. I have been able to do it while on the gas too, but again, not really something you want to change while driving. Basically set it for the driving that you're doing, and then you are ready to go from there. Okay guys, so we are now in the car ready to set off. I'm going to do a few different tests just to see. So I'm going to start with a 0 to 60 run, but this is with the pedal commander off. So just assume that it is not installed, and my times might be a little bit different, manual transmission, so hopefully I can shift the same for both tests. But here we go. All right, there we go. And so for round 2, let's put this all the way up to Sport Plus +4. So this is going to give me the most touchy throttle response, and we'll see how this goes. I didn't even let off the clutch yet. This is gonna be tricky. Here we go. Woo. You can tell that was the first attempt doing that, how we actually spun the tires. Woo. this is a lot more touchy. Like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, if you want to get those tires back out and you want a little bit more throttle response, it definitely wakes this up. I don't know if I could drive in +4 all of the time. That was, I can't believe we got the traction control light on, we got the tires spinning in +4. So let's tone this down. So I'm just cruising right now, or just coasting basically. Let's go to sport, and we'll get into sport. We'll go +2, just because I've been in similar settings like that in previous vehicles. And we'll start from second gear here. It's amazing what this pedal commander can do as far as the responsiveness of this pedal. Like I mentioned with the dead space that's at the beginning of the pedal, in sport +4, it took all of that away. As you saw, I was barely touching the throttle and I was already revving because I couldn't catch up with my clutch release. And of course, if you're doing situations like that, I would get used to that, just depending on if I was doing some autocrosses or things like that and I really wanted that additional responsiveness, I would get used to that and learn the different settings a little bit more. For everyday daily driving use, I would recommend you go to city or sport and mess around with some of those settings. Eco, I haven't really used in the past. If we turn around now and put it into eco mode, we'll give it some gas here. There's a huge delay, if you can see me kind of jump, going back and forth just because of that pedal delay. And I'm going to put it back into, let's do city, and we'll do +4. So again, I'm just coasting real quick while we do that. Instantly, you can feel a difference. This car is so lightweight that just that extra throttle response can get that back end out slightly. It's crazy to see for a car like this how impressive that is. This is already a fun car, but it's not the most powerful. And so by putting the pedal commander on, this allows you to get a little bit more of that responsiveness at the beginning of your pedal response. It's not something you can actually fix with your foot. Yes, you could put your foot down to the floor, but in some situations that's not necessary. You don't need that if you're going around a sharp turn. You just want a little bit of power coming out of a turn. You can barely tap on the throttle depending on the mode that you're in, and you can instantly get that response in some tighter situations. So in situations like coming up to this turn right here where I'm gonna go down to second gear, I want a little bit more throttle response as I carry myself through this turn, and then to get out of the turn without necessarily giving it full throttle. So in the instance where people say, oh, just mash your foot down, give it more gas, it depends on the road and the conditions that you're in. On a tight turn like that, I don't want to give it full speed, especially if I'm coming up to another sharper turn, and I just need that little bit better throttle response to get through that turn, to get to the next turn, or even just on a straight road or something like that. So it depends on the situation, but it's definitely very beneficial in slower speeds and giving you that extra bit of usable power at slower speeds, which is awesome to see. So that's going to wrap it up for installing the pedal commander on the GR86. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We'll have a link down in the description where you can order this product. And again, if you don't see the pedal commander for your vehicle, you can message us and we can certainly help you in getting you set up with the pedal commander so you can have a bit more fun behind the wheel. But if you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.